Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this continuing coverage regarding Hurricane Michael that already made landfall this afternoon. And let's go to the latest regarding Gulf Power. We have Gulf Power is reporting 668 active power outages that is affecting 116,762 customers out of the 457,125. That means that the system is 74.4%. Let's zoom in into the areas. We have a small section here at Crescent Lake. This is in Pensacola. That is covering Grass Drive from West Michigan Avenue to East Shore Drive. We have one here at the area of Lockhart Street near Mobile Highway. We have Devil's Point at Gulf Point Road in the north east of Pensacola. Then let's continue moving east, I should say. We have one customer that's being affected at Deville Street near Highway 98. This is in Santa Rosa County. We have another cell also near US 98. And this is caused by a tree. This is in the near Humboldt Field in Mary Esther. Let's go into Fort Walton Beach. We have Wright Parkway Northwest and Rogers Street Northwest. We have in Sellers Place Northwest. We have near Memorial Parkway. We have a Coral Drive near the Emerald Coast Science Center. We have one customer affected here at First Street Southeast. Also, we have Elder Avenue Southeast between First Street Southeast and Oak Street Southeast. This is in Fort Walton Beach. Also, we have near the north side of Cinco Bayou. Also, we have at Okulusa Island, we have we have reports. In Destin, we have multiple reports, especially in the north in the north side near Noriego Point, near the Destin Harbor Boardwalk. Of course, near Emerald Coast Parkway. We have two customers without power in the area near Destin Executive Airport. We have Also, we have a couple of spots near State Road 293. Also, we have Gator Beach that is without power. We have one customer on Pompano Street near Scenic Highway 98. And also, we have several spots also near Scenic Gulf Drive, means Highway 98. We have several spots also reported in Miramar Beach. We have one reported in the near the Baytown fishing pier, and we have a whole cell at Sacred Oaks that's affecting 1,808 customers. Let's go. Let's keep east. Nothing reported at Santa Rosa Beach. We have two customers here at the area of Seacrest and Rosemary Beach. We have some issues there also. We have at Sunnyside, Laguna Beach. Uh, we have we have State Road 79 without power from the area of Panama City Beach to West Bay. So technically, all the issues are reported in the area of Panama City, and we start to see issues inland, like in, for instance, Butterfly, Chible. Um, let's see where else we have in Defoniac Springs, Ponce de Leon. We have near Crestview. And we have 15 customers affected near Sneeds. And of course, let's go to the sources. We have US Highway 331 is closed in Walton County. The Clay B. Wells, also known as US Highway 331, is closed. And we are going to go to WKRG News 5. And of course, Hurricane Michael's winds knocks out WMBB off air. This is the obviously the ABC station in Panama City, where of course, Panama City is was affected by and we have that Pensacola International Airport is going to reopen following Hurricane Michael, and it's already open. But here's what we got: all Thursday morning flights for American Airlines are canceled. Delta, Frontier, Silver, and Southwest and United. They all have flights being canceled for tomorrow morning. And we receive a report of a person killed already. And this was in Tallahassee. Authorities say a Florida Panhandle man was killed by a falling tree as Hurricane Michael tore through the state. Gadsden County Sheriff's Office spokeswoman Angie Hightower said that they received a call around 6 p.m. Wednesday saying that a tree crashed through the roof of the man's Greensboro home and trapped him. Emergency crews were headed to the home, but downed power lines and blocked roads were making the trip difficult. The person's name hasn't been released. And let's check the latest update regarding Gulf Power that you guys could do the same as I do. Going to gulfpower.com And then on the right side of the page, you will find outage map, and you could view the map that's updated every 5 minutes. And the most recent update that was done at 7:56 indicates 673 active outages affecting 116,610 customers out of 457,125. That means 74% of the customers are affected. And we're gonna go WEAR. We are back. The time is 8:04 p.m. here at New York. And for um, this commentary that I will do right now is my personal opinion. It doesn't reflect the opinion of my YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook friends, followers, etc. I noticed that during the emergency, we saw pretty much active Governor Rick Scott. Of course, and he posted 26 seconds ago. Listen to law enforcement and follow their instructions. They're working extremely hard tonight to keep everyone safe. I could totally agree with Governor Scott in this. Even the governor posted a picture of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office that even people from Jacksonville are sending people over. Even Duke Energy is on this. Even Salvation Army is involved. But again, this is part this is um part of my commentary. Here's Governor Rick Scott. Let's go.
6 o'clock.
Let's go to the following person. That is the mayor of Tallahassee, Andrew Gillum, who is running for the governor of the state of Florida. And also, he is the mayor of Tallahassee, one of those cities affected by this storm. And he posted 2 hours using his mayor official mayor account. My apologies. All right. This picture, he posted this 1 hour ago. Assessing damage. Continue to stay in your homes until all roads are clear and open. Even the city of Tallahassee has informed that all city administrative offices will remain closed tomorrow, Thursday. Even he provided an update around 5:30. Even he spoke to Jay Tapper. Even he spoke to Brian Williams. And even he provided updates to the Weather Channel. And on the phone with Governor Scott. That's Andrew Gillum, the mayor of Tallahassee, Florida. One of the cities that were affected by Hurricane Michael. Let's see Ron DeSantis. See? See, the only thing that he is doing is retreating. But one question remains. Does Ron DeSantis have what it takes to be the next governor of the state of Florida? Who knows? And that is the biggest question of all.
Click on WTWC40.com anytime. Sponsored by Chevy McKenzie, of course.
And of course, let's see NBC 15. And already Governor Ivey requested emergency funds following Hurricane Michael.
State colleges also cancel classes.
And that's, of course, NBC's 15 chief meteorologist, Chris Dunn. And this, once again, is my personal opinion. He is the, let's say, the best chief meteorologist of the Gulf Coast. And of course, you can follow him on Twitter like I do and like he does with me. So let's hear his report, shall we? Let's see if I could get the volume working.
The southeast of Panama City.
Here we go.
Is all up here. South Georgia. That's
What's going on? What's going on? Buffering.
on the back side of this, we did have a couple of really light sprinkly showers moving through on the breeze. I don't know that makes a big difference.
All right, we don't need to hear. we don't need we don't need that right now. Uh, let's say if News Channel 7 in Panama City and its sister station, WECP, is okay. Says that they are experiencing technical difficulties. Let's see if News 5 has is live streaming right now. That is 8:22 p.m. in New York. And unfortunately, that's not the case. Let's go Fox 10 over there at at Mobile. Probably nothing. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so apparently WMBB is using CNN.
Right now. So if you are seeing anything, if you have any
Here are the coordinates for the 8 o'clock advisory. All right. It is 8:32 right now on this, let's say, Wednesday night. As you guys know, WMBB Channel 13 is on the air. Since basically, let's say, around 12 noon ish Central Time. And we're going to continue to have uh, updates. So let's go back to WEAR Channel 3 News. Let's watch this video of a exploding. This is in this is at Pearland, Alabama, where a transformer caught fire and exploded in southern Alabama on Wednesday. That happens a lot in areas where you have overhead poles, just like in Puerto Rico, that they deal with that every single day. Let's see, NBC 15.
Life-changing technology.
Apparently they're offline right now. That is 7:36. Let's see, WEAP. Oh, that was at 12 noon. So no, nothing interesting. Let's see, Fox 10. So actually, Fox 10 doesn't do online stream. So let's go back to Gulf Power to see how the situation is. And as of 8:31, we have 670 active outages representing mm, mm, mm. Let's listen to Tallahassee's Mayor Andrew Gillum on CNN.
We right now, last estimate, have about 90,000 of our residents that are without power right now. In fact, Anderson, I'm coming to you from a field truck out in the field. I've spent the last several hours going to various parts of our city to see the damage and the impact. And we got a little bit of cleaning up to do tomorrow. And I'm hoping folks will be patient with our utility crews as they get to work and we cut some of this debris out of the way. That way we can get our community back up to normal. And because you've been driving around, you know how difficult is it getting around, and not for residents who obviously you don't want people out and about right now, but for those crews to try to get the power back. How tough is it for getting places? Yeah, I mean, what we're experiencing right now is we had to basically do several U-turns and go down different streets. There are a lot of impassable streets here right now. Our crews are out there, but they're working in the dark, trying to cut and toss things out of the way. I want to underscore, if you are in our community, please avoid coming out until you get it all clear from your government, from emergency responders. There's too many parts of our community that are still impassable. And while our law enforcement is trying to, get some of this stuff off, it's just important that folks kind of stay settled in their own homes or wherever it is that they will out the storm tomorrow until we can get it all clear and folks can get back out and get back to normal.
Well, Mayor Gillum, I know you've been up for a long time. I appreciate you talking to us tonight. I wish you and all the first responders the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anderson. Take care.
Coming up next, we are getting a better picture, sadly, just how much damage the hurricane has done. We'll get a live report next from one hard-hit area.
Hey, that was Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum being interviewed by Anderson Cooper. So we have information regarding Gulf Power. Like we were mentioning, we have 670 active outages representing 116,231. And we have 573 people without power in Destin. We have in the area of Panama City, we have 3,800. We have east of Panama City, we have 80,262. In the area of Chiple, we have 5,567. The amounts represent the outages in that particular area. So we're gonna zoom in. We have 2 customers that are affected in the Pensacola area. We have 410 customers affected in the Fort Walton Beach area. We have 1,183 customers affected in the Niceville area. We have 50 customers affected in Western Destin. We just got these updates are coming minute by minute, and now we have 668 active outages representing 116,222. So still in the area of Pensacola, we have 2 customers affected. We have 1 in Santa Rosa. We have in the area of Fort Walton Beach, 366 and 44. Means 366 and 44. We're talking about 410 customers that are without power in the Fort Walton Beach area. In Niceville, we have 1,183. In Destin, we have 50. In the area of Miramar Beach, okay, if we zoom it in by areas, in Destin by itself, we have 39. We have 7. We have 29. In Miramar Beach, we have 28. We have 103 customers affected in Destin. In the Santa Rosa Beach area, we have 1,812 customers. We have 2 customers affected near the Point Washington Forest. In Rosemary Beach area, we have a total of 3,529. It goes south to Sunnyside. In that area, we have 5,000. Wait a minute. Yeah, 5,335. In Laguna Beach, we have 300. In another spot, we have 1,013. That means that we have 1,313 customers in that area. Plus, we have 149 customers affected along Route US 79. Let's go to the south. We have 586 in the area of Summer Breeze. We have another cell that's affecting 1,334 customers. We have another one affecting 4,688 customers. Getting close to the Panama City Beach area, we have 6,396 customers affected. Plus, we have another 2,000. Let's do some math. We have in total in the Panama City beach area about 25,806 customers. plus in the northern side of the Grand Lagoon, we have 1,232 customers without without power. We have near that we have another 5,990. We have another cell that's affected near Nin Haven that's affecting 3,333 customers. Even in the area of Tyndall Air Force Base, we have another cell just north of the Air Force Base affecting 1,236. Another one affecting 85. That's in the south of Callaway. We have another one affecting 44,847. We have east of Callaway a cell affecting 3,357. In Panama City, we have 1,682. And we have several areas along uh, US 231 as being affected. We have along US 77, we have several more. We have Chiple affecting 2,176. We have Bonafly. We have two cells, one of them affecting 325 in the south and 1,368 affected on the north of Bonafly. We have 464 customers affected in Ponce de Leon. We have 2,151 customers affected in Defoniac Springs. And also we have a cell affecting US 90 with 165 customers. We have in the area of Graysville, Capleton, and the Florida Alabama northern border. We have around 100 and I say about 1,000 customers without power at this time. And as we enter to the 9 o'clock hour, And the last hurricane that Tallahassee had was Hurricane Hermine in 2016 and Hurricane Kate in 1985. We have search and rescue efforts are on the way on Mexico Beach. So let's continue.
Today, life-changing technology from Apple is helping
Let's do this. Let's. Let's listen in to the man of the hour.
We have Scott McLean there in all
The brother
situation.
of New York Governor
Hey, Chris, look, we
Chris
can't
Cuomo.
pick up here. The wind has been really dry.
Let's listen in to him.
As well, but we seem to be in a bit of a lull right now. That is good news because first responders here have said that they will not respond to calls if the sustained wind speed is 35 miles per hour or above. We think that if it is lower than that, then they'll be responding to calls. We're in touch with the county right now. We think the crews are now responding at this point. That is obviously good news for people who need help. But look, there are a lot of people in this area that might have been caught off guard by this. Maybe didn't go to the shelters. There are 5 of them in this area. Only a couple hundred people who are actually in them, though. Authorities here, I spoke to the fire chief earlier, have been saying, look, the time is now to get off the streets, hunker down in your homes, and try to stay in a safe structure. But there are widespread power outages that are adding to the problems here. In fact, the power just went off at the hotel where we're broadcasting from about 20 minutes or so ago. And so you can't see anything beyond the one camera light that we have that's running off battery power right now. So not a lot of people are going anywhere. Everything is closed. Here's one more indication for you, Chris. There's a Waffle House on the other side of the parking lot. Obviously, you can't see it now. It closed at 6 o'clock tonight. They say they won't open until tomorrow morning.
All right, well, look, we got to get safe. We got batten down the hatches. What have they told you about the eye? How far is it from you? Scott, all right, I lost his count. Totally normal. Been dealing with it all day. Just because the picture looks good doesn't mean that he can actually hear things. All right, so look, let me just show you this real quick. We're talking to Scott. He's here, right, in Albany, Georgia. I'm crossing it out because I don't know how to say it right anyways with people down there. Here's the eye. This eye is moving so fast in this direction that it's going to increase just how many people are exposed to this. Now, you want to contrast this with what we saw with Florence. Florence was all up in this area. Remember this up in the Carolinas and down to about here? It never really made a difference out, but it sat here. It sat in this area for the better part of the day. Now, what does that mean? That's a soak situation. However, the danger of the soak is replaced here by surge. There's so much storm surge in places that are very low lying. All of this stuff here along the Panhandle and into Alabama. This is so shallow. There's a continental shelf here, and it makes the water more shallow as you get closer to shore, but in an exaggerated fashion because of the continental shelf. That allows the waves to increase in amplitude, plus the king tides, the really high tides at this time of the year. That's why we're seeing so much surge. Miguel Marquez is in Southport, Florida, just north of Panama City, right around here where the storm has just moved through. And behind it now, devastation. Just look what he's standing in. Miguel.
Yeah, this is a major road here. We're going to show you these cars going through here. This is 77, or 77A. We're trying to get to Mexico Beach, but it is blocked by just about everything that Mother Nature can throw at you. Trees that snap and crossing the road just about everywhere. Electrical lines down everywhere as well. Very hard to get through those. And lots of water. I mean, cars at this hour, it was pretty easy to cross this much earlier today. Now it's much more treacherous because it's hard to see as you're coming down the road. It's hard to even tell if this is water if there's nobody else on it. But this is a major intersection. There is no light. It is completely desolate, and nothing is open. Most of the cars we see coming down the road here are emergency vehicles. This is a piece of scrap metal, or it's scrap metal now, it's a piece of metal from a gas station. This was a gas station sign, the sort of power that came through here, and everything is done. You know, cars going in the road here. Right. There are thousands of people who stayed in this area. They couldn't get out for many reasons. And it is getting cooler here tonight as well. Cold, wet in the Panhandle of Florida. It's going to be a very long recovery.
I'll tell you what, though, they'll take those mild cold winds on the backside of this storm, at least for a while, because remember what the alternative is. It's going to get hot and muggy there. There's no AC. It could be that way for days or even weeks in certain of these more remote areas as we fan out and we get farther away from this coast. Miguel, be safe. Take care of your team. I'll check back with you later on. Let me know if I need to come to you soon. So, my friend and veteran weather anchor Sam Champion joins us now from Miami. Brother, always good to have you. This is one of those ones that we were hoping we would be wrong about it, but it proved to hit every bit as strong and then some. What have we dealt with so far? Let's start there.
All right, what's shocking about this storm, Chris, is really its strength. The rapid intensification immediately started. Remember, we're talking about 2 days before it makes landfall, an 80, 90 mile per hour, barely Category 1 storm, Chris. And then this thing just moving through the Gulf, cruising through the Gulf, rapidly intensifies to almost the highest level storm. We got a 155 mile per hour wind at landfall when that center moved across that Mexico Beach area, 155 miles per hour. That's 156 above 156. It's a Cat 5. So we almost made the whole ramp just in that travel of the Gulf in just less than 2 days. So, I mean, that's incredible. The other thing, Chris, that the center of this storm held on to Cat 4, Cat 3 strength all the way through the panhandle of Florida. And as it got into Georgia, finally diminished. That center of circulation to a Cat 2, now a Cat 1. The strength of this storm is overwhelming, and the damage is just going to be, when we get some daylight into these areas, is just going to be horrifying. The other thing that I want to tell people in Georgia tonight, Chris, while we're talking about it, is the fact that they've not seen anything like this. Only once did a Cat 3 system ever make connection with Georgia. This one, as a Cat 3 entering Georgia, will be a Cat 1 as it moves through South Georgia. That means they're in for 30, 40, 50, up to 90 mile per hour wind gusts. Those 30 and 40 mile per hour winds will be steady. There'll be thunderstorms, there'll be tornadoes in this all night long. It's going to be a challenging night for people in South Georgia. And then we begin the process tomorrow in South Carolina. Just as you correctly mentioned, Chris, South Carolina and North Carolina still dealing with the flooding and the aftermath of flooding from Florence. Still could get more than 6 inches of rain in some of those areas, and that doesn't help anybody.
No, and that water, as you were explaining, as we're dealing with Florence, so much saturation there already. I have the map up of the track of the storm. So Sam is saying, look, we know what happened here in these areas along the coast, especially with that continental shelf and this rapid buildup of strength. All of these areas, we don't really know yet how people were affected there. They're rural, they're remote. We're told a lot of people didn't evacuate. That's the primary concern for Sam and all the experts. But now you have this track. It's coming into the places that already got hit. Wilmington is in such rough shape. The kids just got back to school there. Now they have a saturation point where the ground can't absorb any water. They get 3 to 6 inches of rain, like Sam was just saying, and all these storm winds. Look what we're watching. Hurricane here, right? Tropical storm all year. They're not ready for it. They can't handle it given what they've already dealt with. Sam, thank you for the perspective. Do me a favor. Stick around so we can forecast what's to come and what we need to watch out for. Thank you, brother. It's great to have you and meet you tonight. Right now, I can't ask Sam about what's already happened in the devastation. You see that we have people on the ground, but here's the problem. It's too slow to tell. It's dark everywhere. Again, these areas are remote once you get outside these major population centers, and we keep being told a lot of people didn't leave. Why? I'm not bragging offending. It was Category 1 here. So then it starts to get close. All of a sudden, it's sped up in time when their window shut and they couldn't leave. So what happens to those left behind? We have much more on the path and the wrath of Hurricane Michael. Please stay with us. We will take you through the latest information and where it's headed next.
Unbelievable. Breaking news. We just received a word that WJHG News Channel 7 in Panama City is up and running. Apparently, they are up and running. but nothing as of yet. All right. We have update from Gulf Power. it turns out that the amount of people that are without power has decreased from 120,000 that we had earlier. Now we had 115,000 customers. But in the meantime, let's listen into foreign Senator Bill Nelson.
And your former report was right on. There's so many rural places in there that people will have hunkered down, and it's just going to be a question of the potential loss of life and property when the search teams get in there in the morning.
You know, we had heard a report about one person having the misfortune of having a tree come through the house, took their life. I haven't been touching any of the reports about casualties because I know it's early, and I'm hoping that when we do wind up reporting them, that it's not what the worst could expect here. But if you don't know who's in the areas and you don't know who stayed behind, and I keep hearing from first responders that everywhere they're staging, they see people trying to get out of the storm, trying to get out of it once it's passed. It's not a good indication, Senator.
That's true, and this is it's a sparsely populated area as you go east from Panama City. You've got Mexico Beach, which got it straight from the Gulf. There's not a barrier island. In the little town of Port St. Joe, it is protected by a peninsula called Cape San Blas. And then you go east to Apalachicola, and you're going to find there were reporters in Apalachicola, but we haven't had anybody tell us what happened in Mexico Beach. The road is going to be completely impassable. They're going to have to get chainsaws out to get through. It's going to be a laborious task. And Chris, your report about the Gulf being 4 degrees warmer, when are we going to wake up and realize that the Earth is heating up and 90% of that extra heat is absorbed by the oceans?
No question about it. The science is strong on it. People don't want to hear it, but it doesn't make it any less real. Let me ask you something. This is a vicious political time. You're getting near the end of the election cycle. We've been told that the campaigning would stop and that people would put leadership before partisanship. What are you hearing from other elected officials? Are people working together? Are you getting what you need and getting the right minds and the right collaboration?
Well, I was there before the storm. I'll be there tomorrow. And then I can answer the question. I suspended my ads up in the entire panhandle, and we'll see what kind of cooperation. Now, Andrew Gillum, who is the Democratic nominee for governor, is the mayor of Tallahassee. He's going to really have a cleanup because there are so many live oak trees. It's a canopy city. There will be a lot of trees down along with electrical lines. That's going to be a job that's
for a job, he might as well show people he can do it. Senator Bill Nelson, thank you very much for joining me. As you get more information and you want to pass it along and you start finding out what is needed and what's right, what's wrong, please see us as a resource. I'll be there for you.
Okay, thanks, Chris.
All right, God bless, be safe. All right, so Michael slammed into the panhandle. And it wasn't just as expected.
Now let's continue. Let's take a moment and check traffic. And we're gonna start west. The Garcon Point Bridge is open. We have all of US 98 is open. There's moderate traffic on US 98 in Destin near Walmart. The Mid Bay Bridge is open. Let's see. Oh, we have US 331 is closed. Remember this road connects Santa Rosa Beach with Freeport. We have two accidents along I-10 between Caryville and Butterfly. We have US 98 in the area of Panama City. It's closed. We have North Lagoon Drive closed. We have State Highway 79 and Front Beach Road is closed. We have Tyndall Parkway is closed in several sections. Even US 98, right after Tyndall Air Force Base. Also, we have US Highway 98 and 31st Street and Mexico Beach. And then we have the US 98 closed starting from Pine Street and Mexico City. Going all the way to Coastal Highway. And we have Shopee Highway is closed from Coastal Highway all the way to Shopee. We have Coastal Highway closed in the area of Panacea. And of course, we have I-10 closed near Greensburg, Midway, Tallahassee. We have, let's say, over 50% of the roads in Tallahassee are closed right now due to the hurricane. But everything is pretty much coming back to normal. So let's keep listening.
If there's anything that you guys need, we're right down the road at the station. I know you guys are getting ready to walk out yourselves, but we have a limited way of kind of doing some communication. So anything we can do to help, just come by.
Thanks so much.
Yes,
I really
ma'am.
appreciate it.
Sorry again. So if you guys are listening or just joining us, that was just one of the homeowners here. She thought that this was going to be okay. She heard that she made the decision to stay for business, and that was what she and her family decided to do. And they said by the time this thing had really intensified, it was too late. And that was the fear of a lot of the people we talked to last night, was that this thing was intensifying so quickly that maybe by the time that some people had been lulled into thinking that this would be a smaller category storm, that decision was not made in enough time. And so that's what some of the people told us, is that by the time they really got thinking about it, it was too late to do anything. So again, if you're just joining us, we're in live downtown Panama City. This is Magnolia Avenue and 7th Street. This is one of the worst damaged areas that we've seen today. This is the First Presbyterian Church. Just the entire top of the roof, what is over the sanctuary, gone. and then over to some of these other, what looks like an annex building or another part of this building. The roof is just gone from that as well. We walked that way earlier. I'd like to see if we can kind of walk with folks down this way. We saw a dollar store down this direction, and I believe that this is the direction of the hospital, and so we want to make sure that we're checking on the conditions there. But again, just look at all the damage in front of this building, all wood and siding, just devastating. This church has obviously been standing for quite some time, plenty of history, memories, I'm sure, for congregation members, and this is going to be a difficult part of this process to see their church home like that. You can see the front of the door just opened here. Doesn't look like there's anybody inside. As we're going to continue to kind of walk back here and show you some more of what we're seeing here in Panama City. Wow, this is obviously continuing to be part of that church property. And Will, if you can kind of look, I thank you for pointing those nails out. We got debris here with nails in it. Look at the top of these windows. You see the debris that's kind of just caked on there. It just, when we had so much rain and so much of the, tree debris that was kind of being thrown all over the place, it was thrown into every window. When we were watching it at the television station, we had leaves and sticks and stems just kind of being plastered right there onto the window. So just so obvious of how high a lot of that debris got in the air, how fast it was moving with the wind speeds. We saw a couple of transformers blow. In fact, I heard one across the street from the station, and that's about the time we lost power. So I can only imagine that was related. And so obviously you can see that there no one has power in this area here. Not sure if this home is lived in or not. It looks like it's under construction, so we're not sure if someone currently lives there or if that house is under construction. We've got another gentleman up here that's on his bike. We've seen a couple people on their bikes today. Obviously, very difficult to try to travel by car with a lot of these streets blocked with trees and power lines all over the place. So some folks are just getting around any way they can. You okay? Yes, sir. All right. Like I said, just want to make sure everyone's okay. We are kind of walking back towards the dollar store that we heard got some bad damage, and so we want to make sure that we show you that as well. I think this is another AT&T truck. Like we said, the cell phone service has been spotty for a lot of people. You just heard from the woman down the street that said she's been trying to reach her family in Niceville, kind of over by Destin. She's been unable to do that because of the cell phone service. So take a look at these trees here, just kind of resting on this building. Just more evidence of how strong the storm was. Damage to the inside of this, I'm not sure. It looks like it's with some type of police substation. In fact, you can see several police bikes here in the front of this window. And then it looks like to be some, maybe a Segway of some type of police equipment back there. Plenty of damage to this front of this building. Like I said, it looks like some type of police storage area, a substation of some sort. And then, I mean, as if you can imagine, the glass to all these windows just shattered. You can see the glass is just kind of gathered here on the front of this property. Not any signs out here, so not too sure what this building is. There you go, Panama City Police Department. So it is some type of police building. Again, we saw some police equipment in there, so one can imagine that is what it's for. Oh, wow. And here's the dollar store. We saw this from across the street. We wanted to kind of get a look at it, and goodness gracious. Top of that roof looks to be gone as well. We're going to cross the street here safely. Give us a second to make sure we get through this debris. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, it's just caked up. You've got this, this is ceramic or glass of some sort, just completely blown through this window. You can see how high the water is in some of these buildings. Obviously, the roof is leaking, and so water's been coming down since really 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. This is the dollar store again. We want to give you a look at. Saw some folks walking through some lines that were down. Again, don't touch any of those lines or get near them because that could be a hazard. You guys okay? Oh, was it? Can we talk to you for a second? So sorry to hear about that. How far away did you live from the downtown?
Right down Cohen Avenue.
Can you point to it?
It's about 3 blocks down.
What happened?
A hurricane destroyed it. Roof come on, the porch gone, the whole house collided. It lost everything, clothes, furniture, everything.
Everybody okay?
Yeah, everybody
Wow.
okay.
That
Talking
person
about
lost
where you guys are
everything.
My head's all right. I'm living. I'm like the Phoenix. I'm right from the plane. From the plane, right from the plane.
Did
Because
you ever expect it was
of
going to be like this?
the
Oh, no, not at all.
hurricane.
Not at all.
If you could do it over again, would you leave?
Oh, yeah, but we was at work. That's why I have a chance to leave, pack up everything, and leave.
Talk to me about that, because I think a lot of people when these storms go through, they rush, and they say, well, why didn't anybody leave? But we talked to several people today that whether there was a business decision or they couldn't afford to pack up and leave, it's difficult.
Yeah, I could afford to live, but I was just at work. Didn't have time to prepare for it. Just came on its own too quick.
Gotcha. Well, again, we're very sorry about what you guys have had to go through. Would you mind spelling your first and last name for me?
Travis King, TRAVISKING.
And how long have you lived here in Panama City?
All my life.
Very sorry.
That's okay.
It's refreshing.
Wow.
Thank you.
That,
Another man here we met in Panama
that,
City.
with that, we're going to end our live stream for the night. It is 9:59. We want to thank everybody that's been tuning us and Matt Camper on his live streams regarding the hurricane. So it's 10 o'clock in New York, 9 o'clock in the Panhandle. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the rest of your night.